person's arms. So let's check the 2017 incident, and there's plenty more incidents like this. It's a shame. Like, in my opinion, I think that all three adults are at fault in this situation.
Whether or not this woman, a grandmother who is accused of Police are investigating whether or not this woman, a grandmother who is accused of injuring her own daughter, granddaughter, and stabbing to death another granddaughter, is the same woman who set fire to an apartment complex less than an hour away.
This woman sat here, killed her granddaughter, and stabbed another one of her granddaughters. So, and this is crazy because this was in 2017, and this was way before the pandemic. So can somebody please explain to me what the hell was going on with this woman? Listen, I'm telling y'all, hashtag mental health really exists. Check on y'all loved ones. And don't put your child in the arm. Listen, if I know that my brother has schizophrenia, you think I'm going to sit here and let my brother babysit every day while I'm at work? Knowing that my brother doesn't want, to receive any type of therapy, be medicated, or none of that? No, I'm also to blame. So when it comes to the first case with the grandma that let the twins die, she's probably suffering from Alzheimer's, something around that, around that range. Like, something is really wrong. Blessings, Uncle L. Blessings. Something is really wrong. So I don't know why, if we notice that there's something wrong with our parents or anybody that we leave our kids with, why leave our kids with them? See, in the first case, the parents didn't just leave their child once with their child, with their mother. After the mom left the child, neglected the child the first time, the grandmother neglected the child the first time. Why would I sit here and leave my child a second time? It makes no sense. In this case, it's even worse.
Hey. More than 12 hours after police answered a call at this complex, Colton police detectives were still collecting evidence. Neighbors couldn't help but still feel shaken.
I had seen the yellow tape, and I was like, oh, man, I knew something bad had happened already, but I just didn't know what.
Alex held his 3-year-old wondering how someone could hurt their own. He lives a few steps away from where police say 43-year-old Nicole Darrington Clark chased her daughter out of her home with a knife. The daughter lives here at the Centerpoint apartment complex with her 2 young children. Neighbor Tim Hill saw the terror in the daughter's eyes this morning around 9 when she told him, "Get her babies."
I looked and I seen literally at least 6 stab marks on the child's back, and the child was sitting there lifeless, and it was the worst thing I've ever seen.
That neighbor had found the woman's 18-month-old baby girl lifeless and her other young daughter stabbed and hiding in the closet. Detectives say the 43-year-old grandmother took off in a black 4-door 2013 Hyundai Sonata. Tonight, police are investigating an apartment fire in nearby Victorville. Witnesses say a woman matching the description of the grandmother may have set it ablaze. Back in Colton, neighbors who had seen the daughter with her children couldn't bear to think about the grandmother, who police are still looking for tonight.
Actually do that to their kids. They're innocent. They don't know, but I don't know. I mean, it's sad.
We're live in Colton, where neighbors say the mother was visiting her daughter right here. That grandmother is still on the run and considered armed and dangerous. Police still have crime tape up here. We've seen detectives arrive within just the last 15 minutes. And the neighbor says the daughter told him that her mother was bipolar and schizophrenic. But what we can confirm is that grandmother served time about a decade ago for trying to stab her own son and push her daughter out of a moving van.
And that's why I'm saying that as parents, they're also responsible. If we're leaving our children with our relatives, right, and we know they're suffering from some type of hashtag mental health issues, something's wrong with us too. We need to get our brains checked. We need to see a therapist. Like, hell, we need to be behind bars too. Like, what the fuck? Hey, you say you wasn't gonna curse. It's just that I can't understand how there could be mothers out here, how there could be grandparents out here that could be so neglectful, so neglectful. I really, mums like that, I just want to, I swear to God. I swear to God, I really don't understand. Hold on one second, because I'm about to get on to the next topic. Like, I really would love to hear y'all comments, y'all perspectives. Like, should the parents also have some type of blame for this? Should they also have some type of charge? For those of you that you don't do catch the replay, y'all comments matter. Who's wrong in this situation? Me personally, I feel as though that the parents should also be to blame because they knew better. Leave your child, when it comes to the first case, leave your child with your, like, it seems like she, as time goes by, yeah, she was a principal at one time, but it looks like that Mom Dukes was starting to forget things. She was starting to be forgetful. And when you notice the first time that she forgot a child, why in the world would you leave your child with them a second time? And I'm saying it because I've been through this by experience. Like, listen, once I noticed that my mom was going through what my mom was going through, and knowing how my mom's history is, I didn't leave my kids with my mom. My kids will be here and I will be here with them. They can come visit grandma. They can have fun with grandma, get to know grandma, everything. Until grandma disrespected my kids. Then I had to take my kids away from grandma. I had to do the hardest thing as a parent because I had to sit here and choose between my mom and my kids. And I chose my kids first. Yes, she gave birth to me. She also put me through hell. You see where I'm coming from? But at the end of the day, that's my mom. That was my mom. But those are my kids. I'm their protector. I'm their defender. As a mom, like I tell people, listen, I'll help. If it's in self-defense, I'll help my child bury a body. You got me stuck. Real shit. I'm a mother. And if my child messes up in a way, how can I say it? In a way where he has to go to jail? Because he did, how can I say it? Some type of real bad thing, like, for example, molesting somebody. I'm not covering up for that shit. As a mom, he's going to jail. He's going to jail. She's going to jail. Because I got both. I'm not going to sugarcoat this shit. There's parents, oh, girls can't do this. Girls can't do that because she's a girl. Only boys. No. It's for those of you that say that boys can't get touched. Boys can't get hurt. Boys can't get cried. It happens. It does happen. Our boys go through these things too. And they have to deal with it in their way. And if we can't figure out how to help them, they're going to lash out. Because boys deal with it different than girls. Girls deal with the situations different than boys. Hey, I'm sorry to say it, but it's the facts. Like, a lot of people want to sugarcoat things, and that's the problem with a lot of people. That's why a lot of these kids are going haywire everywhere. Y'all sugarcoating shit. And when they figure shit out on their own, it's like, what the fuck? It's too late. Sorry to say it. Like, we need to really start getting our priorities in check. Let's move on to the next topic real quick. All right, so that was a grandmom, right? One that let the kids die while they were under her care, and the other one that stabbed the kids to death. In both situations, they were messed up, and my condolences go out to the family because, listen, I can't understand. I can't grasp. My mind cannot grasp as a parent how can you harm another child? How can you harm any child?